someone to save. I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think it's funny before the past we find back my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you think it's funny before the past we find back my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. I wish you all the best I can, and I stop myself for a while. I'm saying things I don't believe. The panic's rising up in you. Won't you tell me something new? Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? I wanna tell you something new. You drove us both into a wall. I drive away into the night, and I contemplate for a while. Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you think for the people the best we find back my stuff and leave sooner than this? Don't you wish I would have been someone else? I wanna feel your gap without making a mess at you. Won't you tell me something new? Wish you all the best I can, then I stop myself for a while. I let you in, but in one condition. No one here will ever tell us so. I'll be your god in this messy cat.
Hello! We made it finally. Wow, what a scramble, guys and gals. What a scramble. Hello, how are you? Welcome to the Friday night live stream on the Hobby Corner, hosted by me, Kev. Here's my face, here's my shirt, here's my house. Welcome to my corner. How are you all doing? I'm so glad all of you are here. Thank you so much for joining me. And thank you for not having anything better to do on a Friday night as well. Largely to do with lockdown reasons, but I'm sure you lot are big fans and would have watched me while in the pub anyway. Wow. Okay. So yeah. Sorry about the scramble. Sorry I'm a bit late. Um there was because of rushing around, I had put this cam in the wrong socket and it was playing around. It was like really loose all of a sudden for no reason. So I was trying to get that to stiffen up, not just by stroking it. um, but the thing with Streamlabs is if you don't have your USB devices plugged in the same place as when you set up, it doesn't recognize it if it's already open. So, and I, of course, already started streaming, so I couldn't just switch them out because it just doesn't reset itself while it's on. So I had to mess around with the settings and everything. So I'm gonna have to after this show, I'm gonna have to relabel all the sources again. Otherwise, I'm gonna get confused where the footage is coming from. But anyway, I literally only had 15 minutes getting through the door to get the table up, get all the stuff set up, the lights and everything. It was mad. But I'm so glad we're here. We're here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to be painting some flesh eater quartz. Anyway. Oh, that's bright, isn't it? So let's do a little roll call first. Let's see how many awesome legends we got here. We got Pirate Queen Pickle. Oh, hello to you. Normski, how you doing, mate? Essex boys. We got Gary Knox. We got West Soldier Gaming. We got Alster Nation, the Pickle Jar. Whoa, absolute legends, every single one of you. Thank you again for joining me. I just need to do a quick little share, just because I haven't shared the stream yet properly, and we don't want anyone to miss this awesome show now, do we? That'd be selfish of us. I just need to do no, don't want to hear myself. Do not like the sound of myself. While you're waiting, click that like button, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell icon as well. Make sure you scroll down to the everything selection so you don't miss a single video, live stream, or anything like that whatsoever. YouTube has been very weird for the past 6 months. They've really been wiggling around with their algorithms and everything, and it's been throwing everyone off. And a lot of it's for political reasons, and a lot of it is just because they don't want to pay anyone. So you know, conspiracies. Oh no! Welcome to the conspiracy corner. Right, let's see. Live now. Woo! Okay, boom. Let's make sure that's up. Yeah, post. And now I'm going to spam all the groups. Well, thank you very much. And if you want to get your own t-shirt, there will be a link popping up soon from Nightbot if he ever decides to stop being a lazy bastard. And it will have a beautiful link straight to the website on Teespring. And if you enter in the little code THC10, so THC in capitals and the number 10, then you'll get 10% off whatever you purchase, which is a nice little Christmas treat to use. So and every penny that I make from it goes straight back into the channel. So big love to everyone who's already bought something, and big love to everyone who's going to buy something. Right, I'm going to spam them. Don't miss it. Select all, copy, post. That's it, right. Group spam. It's just such a shame that I can't select multiple groups, But it's faster than doing on laptop. So group. Yeah, Mortal Realms magazine. Because I'm going to be doing Flesh Eater Courts. Now, what are Flesh Eater Courts? I hear you. Well, they are really funky, twisty dudes. In the original Warhammer Fantasy lore, they were created by accident by Nagash, the great necromancer, and he kind of tainted and twisted them through his death magic and through the hard graft that he's putting them through, and also they were kind of weird, twisted people anyway. They were kind of cannibalistic, but he encouraged this thing where if they ate their enemies, they would gain their strength. And of course, Nagash ended up in a big war against the Skaven over this mountain full of warpstone, weirdstone stuff, which he was using himself as a way of controlling magic and to build himself up. He was reconstructing himself out of it and building his armor out of it and stuff like that. So yeah, I don't want to spoil that, but anyway, they became a weird offshoot where they just got really twisted by it, blood hungry creatures. They started sticking shit in their skin and everything. Really messed up. Fast forward millennia, and they had this whole thing where they just infest these crypts and they pop out of nowhere, and they're twisted animations of what they think they are. They got it in their heads that they're these people of grandeur or past lives or whatever, and really they're just these nasty husky things. All well blows up. Flesh Eater Courts are still in Age of Sigmar though, and in this one they've gone a bit more further in their evolution. They're a lot more mentally twisted. So vampire counts redo. Yeah, they're probably gonna do. So yeah, you got these like these arch regents who really messed up, but they're really powerful, and there's only a few of them, but they exhume all this influence over areas, and the more followers they get, the more influence spreads through that area and corrupts it, and it sort of snowballs a bit. And it's part this disease that they have, but it's also part their delusion. It actually spreads. The delusion spreads to other people, and then they become twisted husks, and then they start feasting on their enemies and stuff like that. And then before you know, you got a whole infestation of these cannibalistic ghouls. So that's what we're going to be painting today. So I've put some together, and I've sprayed them. I got these in the first premium box for the Age of Sigmar Mortal Realms magazine. So I think it was like around issue 15 I got the box, and it was like £2 extra per issue if you're doing a subscription, and you get 4 of them. The next one I got already, which is Sylvaneth, which is elvish tree people, but it's like elvish souls, trees, weird. And then hippies on steroids. And then the next one after that is going to be orcs, or what they're called, orcs now, because they needed a trademarkable name. And I'm just gonna paint, let's see, 5 in go, because you get 20 of these little crypt ghouls. And then this is crypt horror, so it's a much bigger chunkier, dude. And this is a fun kit because you have 4 variants in that kit. Very strange stuff indeed. The one I am going to leave, but I will show off, is the Archregent. Where did I put it? Where are you? There you are. You're hiding amongst the Stormcast, thinking you're one of them, you psychopath. So this is a much more recent model. These ones are quite a few years old now, at least 10 years old. This one is only a couple of years old, and it was when they first redid. No, it wasn't when they first redid, actually. It was last year, or just over a year ago now, this was released. So it looks a lot different to these models, and it's a lot more glamorous, I'd say. Let's just swap the cameras. There we go. So now I can show you. So here you are. Look at that. I'll just dip the light a bit. It is a bit bright, isn't it? So there you go. Poised on there. The detail on it is absolutely amazing. It's not an easy to build kit, but it's not a multi-part kit either. It's literally everything you see on the model is on the sprue. But I'm going to do a whole video on painting that bad boy up. But in the meantime, what we're going to do is... Oh, sweet. Sorry, I just saw an admin has approved your post in the Warhammer 40,000 page. Cha-ching! Friends in high places and all that. So, oh, he's going to fall off the base. All right, swap you out with that one. So, what we're going to do, as I said, I'm going to do a whole video dedicated to painting this chap up. Hey, Lupus, how you doing? But these are the ones we're going to be painting, and also this one, because doing the wings is quite different. The rest of the body and the details will be pretty much the same, just exaggerated because it's a bigger model. But the wings, they don't have the wings, and the wings you want to do something different. So I'm not going to paint the whole of this body. I'm going to paint the whole of these, but I'm going to paint the wing on this one just to show you, just give you a rough idea of what it should look like. Okay, so mug of tea, because goddamn I'm thirsty. And of course I got the most suitable mug you could possibly have for painting up little cannibalistic horrors. Oh yeah, that's better. Right, let's get started, shall we? Now I'm going to throw down some musics, some muzaks, because you've got to have a bit of atmosphere, haven't you? So let's pop that up to about there. So it comes across a lot louder in my ear than it does on Okay, there we go. Is that alright? That should be fine. You want to hear me more than anything else, don't you? Where has Nightbot been, though? That's the problem. Little sneaky git. Slacking off. Get back on there, Nightbot, you lazy git. Can't paint without tea. Yep, that's right, my one. Thank you for joining, by the way. So I have got the book that comes with the first premium kit. It comes with some paints as well, so that you can paint them up. But some of the paints that you get in this guide that it tells you to use, you don't get till further along. Luckily, I have all of these paints, so I'll be able to do it. But I'm going to add a little bit extra as well. Grandad's Art Space, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Glad you can join us. A brew is definitely necessary. Yes, I think I got all these paints, but what I'm going to do is add 1 or 2 more, just because I'm not too happy with how it turns out. As you see, they are quite pale, but it relies too much on Athonian Chemishade, and I want to go a bit more fleshy rather than rotten. Like for example, you know, like here, like where the flesh is sticking out the dude's back, it just goes from rotty flesh to, you know, muscular flesh underneath. I don't want that. I want a nice sort of infected looking skin. So I'll be using reds and purples to shade that. So let's get done, shall we? We're already, what, 10 minutes in? Alright. So what we're gonna need, we just put the guide away. Alright, so yeah, we already got it. I sprayed them all Corex white. I've already touched them up with a brush as well. Straight from the pot with Corex white, because of course when you do the base coat spray, you get a slightly different finish, and if you make any mistakes and paint back over with Corex white, it's going to look patchy. So it's always good to just do that once over. Now it says do Athonian Camera Shade and then dry brush with Corex white again. Okay. And it also teaches you about glazing, which is kind of cool as well. Water it down a little bit, spread it about. Okay, cool. Athonian Camera Shade, where are you? Sorry, I sang right into the mic then, didn't I? Well, it might have been a long time for you, Lupus, but it's the first time for me, and I'm absolutely chuffed that I have you over here. So thank you very much for joining us. Oi, Captain Bazooka! How you doing, bud? Richard Smith! Oh, all the legends are coming out now. That's it. This stream cannot fail now. Well, definitely will need Agrax Earthshade. Let's see what else have we got hiding here. Seraphim Sepia. No, I won't need Beltan. Stunning. Ooh, actually, I'll have that. Don't need the rest. I don't. It's say her granddad now since. Right. Okay. Let's just start hitting the heck out of it then. Yeah. Right. Oh, the music stopped as well. When the music stops. That's why it's a short playlist. That's no good, is it? We don't want a short playlist. We want a big playlist. I wonder if they got this. I'm gonna play something a little bit different. Alright. What happened to the tunage? It's coming, dude. It's coming. It just comes across really quiet. Alright. So, I'm going to need my shade brush. No, that's a pen. Don't need a pen. There we go. Alright. Do you paint just fantasy or do you paint historical? I haven't had the chance to paint any historical. I really would love to paint historical. Because it's completely different the way you paint it, you know. You got a lot more sources to paint it by, and you want to try and be as accurate as possible to the actual historical source as well. So that would be a nice challenge to do, and I'd really love it. If anyone wants to send me some stuff to paint up, I'd love to do that. That'd be great. Unfortunately, my hobby budget is maxed out at the moment. I wouldn't want to push my luck with that. Robert Marshall, how you doing? How you doing? Glad you could join us. What period? Oh, any. I'd be happy to paint any period. You know, Saxon versus Vikings, Saxon versus Normans, Romans, Egyptians, Victorian, Napoleonic, World Wars, Civil War. I think it all looks great. Right, so I'm gonna wet this. I'm gonna put it on a palette actually. Normally I do straight from the pot, but I think I should just water it slightly, just so I can grade it a bit. So pot closed. Oop. There we go. Right. So with these little grubby gits, I'm gonna paint it all over because, well, the dirty little gits. But I think I've done like maybe 2 brush loads of water to 5 Athonian, just so it's not as strong. And I know normally I like to really put the shades on heavy. I like heavy shading, but because it's more organic, I think I'm gonna have to just go a bit lighter with it. Right, it's coming along alright actually. It's not pooling too heavily. It's definitely getting into those recesses nicely. I see this dude popping off the base already. Alright. Excuse me. Your night haunt stuff? Nah, no thanks, mate. I got enough of my own. Got too much. Time is always on time. Yeah, always. Right. So this is my first time painting flesh eaters. Never really got around to them. Like back in the Warhammer Fantasy Battle days, you know, like I always thought about starting a vampire army, but it just seems like a lot of zombies, a lot of skeletons, and I just got, you know what, I can't be arsed with that. Just for like the 2-3 vampires to do all the work, you know. I ended up doing Bretonians instead, because I already had quite enough dwarves. Just been working on this matte painting VFX. Alright. Paint damage over a stairwell. Alright. My first attempt at fantasy and really enjoying the change from historical. As you can, yeah, you're not confined to you know, certain paint schemes and regimental colours and trying to be as accurate as possible. You can just go crazy with it. I do not have an airbrush because of space, cost, and yeah, I've always been a brush painter. So I'll tell you what, it probably would take me a fraction of the time to get these all painted up. Like I could do the whole lot all in one, doing one colour, but I think the cleanup is a lot longer, from what I've heard. And I think maintenance of it can cost a bit as well, so it sort of swings and roundabouts really, isn't it? It's more convenience, and you can do different painting techniques, like doing blends is a lot more sharper, but you got the cost, the space, the mess of it. Sort of the trade-off, isn't it? As you notice, I haven't painted the spine on them, keeping that clear, and whatever's in their hands I've kept that clear as well. When I was young, I spent all my pocket monies on toys. Then when I was old enough, buy booze. Then I got old enough to drink, brew, and spend my pennies on toys, brew, sorted. Exactly. I have been online while you cleaned your airbrush, and because you you hadn't cleaned it after you finished using it last time, and then you was having a nightmare cleaning out because it was just clogged up to the max. I was silently laughing to myself. I have no idea what's playing, by the way. I just put in fantasy, and let's come up with this. Oh wow. I'm just gonna go with it, you know? What's life without a bit of whimsy, I guess? I'm sure someone in the chat's gonna like it. Sorry about that, or I'll just put on some heavy metal. Royalty-free heavy metal. You know what? I think it actually perfectly suits the Flesh Eater Courts because of their weird fake sense of grandeur and their delusions, right? You could just imagine they're sitting there, right, thinking they're at a banquet, and they got this fancy music playing and everything, and they're eating with the things, you know, using utensils. But in real life, they just eat like chewing off a leg of their ex-best mate. I did, yeah, I did laugh on stream as well, but I laughed more inside, which goes to show how much I restrained myself. It's called Your Second Child. Yes, it is called Your Second Childhood. ECW, Naps, World War 2, Ancients, in fact. Nice. In the corner. Flushing your tool in the corner. Nice. I'm getting an airbrush. I've seen a kit on Amazon which suits my needs. Hasn't got a massive compressor, and I'll probably use it for priming and base colors. Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely get it done. Just spray the heck out of them and then just dry brush for highlight. Job done. It's pretty much the only army you could do that with, apart from Necrons, right? Because they haven't got that much detail until you get to the more fancier units and the characters. So, yeah. Alright. Let's get this big poopy dude. Yeah, I'm gonna need more than that. No, you don't. Oh. There you go. Norton's trying to do it again. Remember last week? Every time, like, the screen was just left for 5 minutes. And we'll try and do bloody backup. It's always trying to do backups. It's really annoying. I don't need a backup. Thank you very much. Yes, scraggly bastard. Kind of enjoyed putting this model together. The only thing that was frustrating about it was the arms, because there's no proper socket for them. It just sits on the shoulder. There's just like a slight groove for it to sit there. So it takes a bit of repositioning to get right. Aside from that, it's alright. You still got a lot of customizability to it as well, because you got all these like holes on its back that you can fill with spikes and decoration and that. It's kind of cool. So I've gone for one with like a torso on it and some skulls there as well. You just have to, you know. There we go. This is another thing that probably put me off for a long time. Look at the hairy butt cracks you have to paint. It's just an army of hairy butt cracks. Or if I wanted to see that, I'd have the plumber over. So what's everyone up to tonight? What's everyone painting up? Are you painting anything, or are you just chilling out? Which is also cool. And there. Lovely. Right, let's get the shoulders done. Not going to bother shading the entire wings, just those. Oh, are they vein? It's not a vein. But I don't know what you'd call them. It's like finger bones turned into wing bones. Do you call them wing bones, or is there a more technical name for them? You know what I mean? Right. Let's see what's everyone chatting about. God, you lot are really getting chatty, aren't you? Just now, but there we go. Is it? Oh, okay. That is a shame, isn't it? Not being able to have a game. Most of us have turned just painting now, catching up on. Yeah, unless you've downloaded the tabletop simulator and gotten used to that. I haven't looked into it. I've known about it for about a year. It looks alright. Everything you still have to do manually. You still need to know your rules and everything, but it's less hassle, I think, with moving stuff around that. But I think you kind of lose that, you know, essence of the hobby. Just dug out first. Oh, 30k as well. But with the Stormcast guys, well, it does as well, yeah. Anything with just armor, main armor is good. I'd done a Stormnaut a while back when I got my laptops. It can be a nuisance, yeah. Quarantine Feb by GP. Yeah, we had to beginning of March, because I'd got really sick And looking back, it was most likely the Rona that I had, and it really knocked me for 6. But then I was back to work after 2 weeks. I was back to work for a day, and then I had to be off again for 2 weeks because the boys were sick, and they had, like, one of them was sick and he has a bit of a fever, and then like a few days later the other one had a bit of a fever, and then I think it was like a week after that, wife got ill. But by then they were already thinking about doing lockdown anyway, so I didn't even get back to work before our little quarantine thing finished, because we went on thing, and then we were told we had to shield because our oldest has asthma. So I was like, oh, okay. It was great fun. Alright, what's the one? Buckgraves is the Shiznate. Lovely. You're painting ogres. Oh, lots of flesh there. Howling Banshees. Nice. Weathering a Bane Blade. Oh, you flash get. Still called fingers. Okay. Wing Staves. Alright, awesome sleep here. Late dinner, then converting an Iron Hands Death Watch model. Enox. Third. Okay. No, nice. Paint an Orc Apothecary. Nice. You just finished the hardest level in Crash 4 with no deaths. Oh, dude. Oh, mate. Doing any level on Crash with no deaths is tough enough. Yeah, man. Definitely have to take a break. I'm glad you've come here for it. Just got home from work. All good, Phil. All good. Glad you could join us. We are painting up the flesh eater courts that I got in the first premium kit from the Mortal Realms subscription. Finally got round to them. I'm well behind. Like, issue 40 is now in the shops. And I'm doing what I received with issue 15, 16 and that. So I had a massive pause because I just kept stressing myself out, kept falling back. All the good stuff that stops you from hobbying. But it's tougher when you're a YouTuber and you got a hobby, because you got to do all that editing for your videos and everything, and that takes up a whole evening or a bit. And then recording can slow things down as well, so pausing and everything. Trying to get the right angle, and if you miss the camera then you have to redo it or get another model to do. It is a lot of work being a YouTuber, but I do love it. I love chatting to everyone. I love seeing their works of art and showing it off in my little community focuses. I love doing the little tutorials, because knowing that, you know, they're helping people, and you know, just breaking it down in a more relatable way. I feel a lot of people have benefited from that. At least that's what the feedback says. It's not me just tooting my own horn. But yeah, no, I enjoy that side of being a YouTuber. It's just the editing, you know, it can be a bit of a drag. I'm trying to change my editing style a bit, because last thing I want is to give myself, like, you know, an aversion to it, because then I won't be able to create awesome content for you lot to watch, enjoy. I have to say, doing the live streams, it's a lot different doing a live stream. It's a lot more relaxed if you're all set up on time, and yeah, it's nice. It's good to be able to talk to people as well. It's like a little hobby hangout at your local hobby establishment, but it's online. Right, let's make sure I'm not missing any of these. wing fingers. According to Normski, that's what they're called, wing fingers. So sticking to that. Just like, as I always say, overbrushing is not a real thing. It's called wet dry brushing. Look it up, it's a real hashtag. I made it. There we go. Oh, dropped it. Rebuilding guard army. Oof, that's a tough job. Definitely need an airbrush for that. Can't imagine doing hundreds of troops and tanks just by brush. Thinking about going to Twitch? You should, man. You just need an average of, was it 5 viewers? You need like 50 new viewers and like a handful of subscribers, and then you can you become affiliate, I think. Hang on, so I've just popped the heating on. So all you need is basically like a group of your mates to watch every single show that you do. I think you have to stream a certain amount of time as well, within a month period. But once you've done that, like all you need is just a couple of mates to just have you on in the background or whatever, and that's it. After a month you could be affiliated, and all you just promote the heck out of yourself to get those new viewers, and that's it, you're done. No airbrush, not even on the tanks. Ah. So you say that, but because of the location of the place I live in, the houses are back to back. There's no back garden to these houses. You get like a small front garden, so you know it's normal terraced housing, but they're back to back. And even though we're south facing, oh no, we're not south facing actually. We're actually east facing. We get the sun. The sun comes up on the front of the house and then disappears over the house, way over there. But it's just trees right in like across the way, and because we're on a hill as well, the trees are higher to the house. Like if you're in the bedroom, you can't even see over the trees, and they block most of the sunlight until it gets around to about there. But by the time the sun gets to there, the porch and the kitchen is in the way, so we don't get much sunlight coming directly into the living room. So it's usually the coldest place through most of the house most of the time, and then at night time it's the kitchen. It's everyone's houses, but yeah, it is a thing. I'm waiting for that to dry. Alright, since that's taking a while to dry, because no, actually no, it's dried enough. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, it's dried enough around the areas that I need it to be dry. Okay, so not the entire thing, but just the areas I need it. I've got Caribou Crimson. It's a nice rich red, and I don't know if you need 50 new viewers every month. It is. I could just put a jumper on, you know, not that bad. Proof on your Facebook Messenger. Proof on the Messenger. Let's have a look. See, thumb and fingers. Fair enough. Did you make that up yourself? You look like you made it. You just annotated a picture of a bat wing. But yeah, no, it makes sense because that's exactly what they are. It's just the webbing. This bit is extended, isn't it? The painting. Oh, to me, creating works of art. Yeah, no, I enjoy painting sometimes. Depends on the mood I'm in. Sometimes, you know, just doing a big batch of stuff, it could be really rewarding. Other times, just painting one model nicely can be great as well. It all depends on the mood I'm in, really. But I'll tell you what, building is my favourite bit because it doesn't matter what mood I'm in. I could build stuff for days. I paint because paint models roll all the sexes. Sure they do. Oh, look, this dude's falling off the base. They're on with super glue, just a little bit, because of course then I can pop them off the base, tart up the base, and then glue it back on. But doesn't seem to like that. So what I've done is I've watered down some Caribou Crimson. And what I'm going to do is along the spine bits, let's pop that in there. Oh, that's coming out a bit heavy. I'm going to need a smaller brush for this. Right, I'm going to use the medium layer. That'll hold a hell of a lot less. Right, and what I'm going to do is just paint it closely around those sore areas. Or areas that you want to look sore. So he's got a couple of boils there. That's all hair up there. Or you could paint it as bone growths if you wanted. But there's bone sticking through it, so don't really need to do that. The face, if I wet down a bit more. And then I can put some fleshy tone into the face. I think that will look a lot better. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can see that. Let me turn that light down. Can you see that? Let's change that one. There we go. So it's this really dull green there, but then you got like the dull green mixing with that red to get a sort of more off fleshy look rather than just dirty. Oh, I'll do it over hands as well, because of course they would be stained from bloodletting. Just go over the wrists as well, because they're not going to be neat about it, are they? Just do it like that. And that gives a sort of stained look. And that should be alright. And of course, when I finish painting them, I'm going to stick a load of blood for the blood god on there. Yeah, I think that's alright. Oh yeah, around this bit, because he's got a bone coming out of his skin. So just paint that, make it a bit more raw. Really? Come here, you little jungle man. Again, look, he's got a bone sticking out of his leg. So just put a bit of caribou there. Caribou. A bit along there. Oh, this ain't creepy at all. This one's got quite a scarred face. I've put a bit too much on there, so all I've got to do is run, brush over, and it'll just take up the excess. Let's pop it. Lovely. Oh, he's got a big chunk on his shoulder. Wonka chunk. Right, that's that chap done. Not bad at all. I'm pretty pleased with this. Not bad for a first attempt. It's like I've done it before. So what's everyone up to this weekend? What are your plans? What are you looking forward to? What have you got going? Any plans? Gonna get some Christmas shopping done. Looking forward to new hobby stuff. Will there be another announcement tomorrow from Games Workshop? Who knows? I'm not sure actually. It's got a boil there. Nice. They've got these weird straps on them, like they're attempting to put clothes on. You sailing? I don't think Normsy's got any armies. He just paints stuff and sells it on, doesn't he? Probably painted a buttload of Eldar. Right. Need to move it around a bit more. He's got tons of stuff sticking through his legs. This one. 'Cause this one's the leader of the troop. There we go. Just don't want it to pull anywhere though, because then it will just start looking a bit too heavy. There we go. Sorted. You're on a lockdown. Oh yeah, because you chaps up north don't know how to wear a mask and wash your hands. You filthy devils. All licking your fingers after having your Greg's pasties and then shaking hands. Got a lot of scarred tissue on this one, so I'm gonna highlight. I'm not gonna highlight. I'm gonna shade that scarred tissue. Make it look like it's still raw. I'm not too worried if I'm a bit messy at this stage because I'll be dry brushing right back over it to highlight it. And boil there, got boil there. There we go. Boo, 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 boo. Seriously, what is this playlist doing? It's... I'm sorry, I can't. I just can't anymore. It is... It's better. Of Eldar, they used to be brutal but very spongy. Eldar are nasty. They can deal out the damage. It's just they're flimsy as anything. Well, I've got a lot of love for Eldar. Stinky space elves. Right, so on this bigger chap, I'm going to be a bit more targeted with how I put the Caribou Crimson. So I'm going to do it largely around the mouth. Actually, I've watered it down sufficiently, so it shouldn't actually matter, really. Just want it heavily shaded around the mouth for that bloodstained look. And then clean it up elsewhere so it's not as thick. There we go, that looks alright. It's not going to matter if it's on the teeth. I want to stain it, there we go. When the waves are... Ooh. Yeah, they may as well be naked. Well, they rely on their speed, don't they? Well, the whole point is that each race is supposed to have its strength and its weakness. And Eldar are just space cells, and space cells are very flimsy, fragile things that live for an eternity. All down the back with that stretched skin as well. It's along there. And around these horn growths as well. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, jubbly. It's a bit more there, doesn't it? There we go. That looks a bit better, doesn't it? wanted to build the walkers and dreads, the old white. Oh yeah. Drill them so they work, actually hold together. Everything was so damn heavy back then, wasn't it? And if you dropped it, it didn't matter if it was pinned well or not. That was it. Good night. Game over. I'm gonna do a little bit on the front actually. Sauce. This is more like it. I can paint to this. Yeah. Did you get past? You can say hello to everyone while you go past. Nah, I think I'll keep it to those areas. I was thinking, should I just shade the entire thing like this, but it's gonna come off too pinky. Yeah, that'll do fine. Cheers, Robert. Yeah, have a good night, mate. Ah, that tea was so cold. Didn't want to waste it though. I always get too focused on painting and then I forget that I actually got a cup of tea there and it's just like, ah, dear. Right. I think that's enough, yeah. Any more and I think it'll just lose its purpose. Right. Where's the super glue? Hey, MFA, how you doing? Yeah, something new. Doing flesh eater quartz now. Because I got them in the first premium box and I've been meaning to get around to them. So obviously I'm gonna do one of each of the models and just, you know, as a paint tutorial video. And the rest of it I'm gonna paint on the stream. With my own little sort of added bonus. What is up with that? One say hello. There we go. I had to clip the end off because it sealed up. There we go. Alright, so I just need a tiny bit on the feet just to hold them to the base. There we go. And Nightbot has finally woken up. That's nice. Better late than never, I guess. Just doesn't do its job when it's supposed to, does it? God, I bet watching this show is like watching paint dry. Ah. Oh dear. Dead jokes forever. Alright, so I just have to. The annoying thing is, they're all shades, right? So you have to wait for them to dry a bit. Bloody annoying. You know what? While I wait for the shades to dry out, I could always do something proactive. I've got to paint the black on some of these. The blank. There it is. I'll also do that while I wait for the paint to dry on this. Ain't no time lost then. I'll do that one as well. Which is what I got to do on issue 16 anyway. You've got to paint all the levers in Abaddon Black. And the larger area of the crossbow bolt things as well. Oh. Yeah, I'll put that down too much. So recently I got down a YouTube rabbit hole, and I don't know how, but I've watched some old Saturday Night Live videos, most notably the Jeopardy one, the celebrity Jeopardy. Can't even speak. The Celebrity Jeopardy skit that they do. Ah, man. The Sean Connery. Oh, no. It's so funny. Oh, he just has it in for the host. Oh, it's absolutely hilarious. And there was this one skit that just had me floored, right? Because he's constantly like ripping into the host Trebek. And he's like, "Hello, Trebek." He's like, like he's always messing around with the signs and misreading them and putting stupid answers and stuff, but this one time he goes, it was supposed to be like a musician's edition, and he got on the show because he said, I wrote a limericks especially to get on this show to see you. Do you want to hear it? Alright. He goes, oh no, it wasn't a limerick, was it? No, it was a joke. He goes, what's the difference between a sick mallard and a duck? One's a sick bird, and I can't remember the rest of it, but your mother's a whore. Just flat out. It's one of those things you gotta just watch it, and I'll tell you what, you'd be creasing. Oh man. Just point blank calls his mother a whore. That's what happens when you go on those little rabbit hole trips on YouTube. You know, you find the most odd stuff. It does make me laugh. Has anyone else found anything like similarly just randomly on the internet? Apart from this channel, of course. I'm sure this channel was completely random. Bit. I'll paint these tiny little areas. Not touching the gold too much. Luckily I can get my finger in there. Oi oi. Sorry. So about those straps as well. Got to paint up those straps in the black. I'm Booner. I don't do interwebs. What are you doing interwebs now? I'm being a boomer. It's got nothing to do with it. If anything, you were in your prime when the interwebs became more readily available. Right, so if I remember rightly, part of it that you have to repaint is this bit here. So I think later on it's going to be painted in a brown, if not just highlighted in black. And this initially broke because I dropped something on it, but I'm sticking with it being like that. Battle damage, but it still shoots because, you know, magic. You can use that as an excuse for everything. I'm not sure if anyone asks you, never seen me. It's coming along nicely, this. And I'm going to keep this to the side, so if I have to wait for any of the paint to dry, I've got something else to do. Or there. Normally I'll just like end up searching for something to watch, or I get distracted and waste a whole ton of time. I think this is a better use of time. So if you have to wait for paint to dry, and you haven't got like a way of speeding up the drying process, then you can always find another project that you got going to do while you wait. And that way you're increasing your hobby time efficiency I'm sure for a lot of people, hobby time comes at a premium. So, yeah. There you go. There's a hobby tip from Kev. Definitely gonna have to do 2 layers to cover up this gold. It's really on strong. Abaddon Black is a really good base paint to put on in the first place. Ah, Bazooka, you're a bit late to say all that. They're already gone ages ago. And I know you're a very popular man, but I don't think they would have waited around for you to say goodbye to them. Okay, so that's one side because these are looking dry. Yes, they are. Right, the next stage, I believe, is the dry brush with the Oryx White. Use this on a large base. It's going to too much. Okay, I'll use this one. Oh, I live with the barbarians. We don't do TV. No, precisely when you mean to, when they can't hear you. That kind of person who, like, you know, someone will say, "Alright, I'll see you later," and then they'll wait for a goodbye for a moment and go, "Fine, be like that," and then they'll walk off, and then by the time they get around the corner, you just go, "Bye." Best friend material, that. Oh, goopy mess. Whoops. Oh, that's not good. Let's get as much off as I can. I'd rather not waste it. There we go. You off, Grandad? Well, thank you so much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing you again. Make sure that brush is nice and dry. So I'm all up to date on Mr. Port accounts. Sure. They walk off thinking you're some asshole, right? And you're just thinking to yourself, "Yeah, I said bye. If they didn't hear me, they didn't hear me. Their problem." Oh dear. Alright, so dry brushing. So I always do my little knuckle test. Heaven's knuckle test. And try to be careful because we don't want to break these fragile little dudes. But the idea is get those raised areas nicely, leaving all that lovely shade, and that's it. Job's a good one. Are you? I'm so close to launching the base across the room. I was gonna just flick it like a bottle cap. Ah, dear. And this is why I have it as, you know, not suitable for youngsters, because I can't control my swearing urges when I'm on my own. When I'm with the other lads on the chilling Wargamers channel, I can control. I'm very good at controlling my Fs and blinding. Because you know I know it's more it's much more of a professional establishment. But yeah, like when I'm on my own channel, I'm like, ah, screw it. Swear away. Yeah, look at that. That dry brushing is neatening it all up nicely, and it's nicely blending the red and the green together with the rest of the model, which is what we wanted, without actually having to do blending. Dry brushing is a proper legit way to achieve that, and if it's done right, it's done subtly, you get that lovely transition. You gotta have a good dry brush, and you gotta. It takes it's easy to learn skill, but it takes a long time to master, I reckon. And I think dry brushing gets overlooked a lot as an advanced technique, you know, because people think, ah, it's lazy. You know, blending is wet blending and all that. That's where the real skill is. But I think it doesn't matter what you do, to master it, it takes practice and skill. You know. So look at that dude. See, he's got that stained look about him, but it's not overwhelming. And like around the scars as well, where I highlight, where I shaded it, it's come out nicely. So I'm finally all caught up with Star Trek Discovery, and oh yeah, I'm really enjoying Discovery. I know there's a lot of diehard Star Trek fans out there who hate this, you know, bright light, full of action and drama style, you know, more modern style for the Star Wars, sorry, the Star Trek franchise. Didn't say Star Wars. But you gotta think it's an evolution of the filming, you know, and if you look at the original series with William Shatner, it's completely different to Next Generation and Voyager, you know. And even then, like Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and Next Gen, they had their subtle differences. It was a lot more subtle because they're around the similar time. So the filming techniques, the writing style is quite similar. But Discovery and more recent movies, they're all written for a more modern audience, so they gotta have a bit more going for them. But at the same time, I think they don't lose all of that discover and wonder, you know, mystery. They still got it. It's just covered in a lot more CGI. That's it. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm also up to date with the latest Walking Dead spin-off called Beyond The Walking Dead, which is a really good insight actually to the more established areas, and I think it's a bit of a time skip as well from the main show. But you get to see a lot more about that mysterious company that's been going around with the helicopters and what that's all about. So yeah, I've been enjoying that. And rewatching Vikings as well, because that's just an awesome show. So, and I haven't seen the last 2 or 3 seasons, so I thought I'd have a refresher before I start watching it again. And what other shows have I finished? Oh no, I started Picard actually. I missed when that first came out because I didn't have Prime. But now that I've got it for a little while, I completely forgot about it, to be honest. And I watched all these other shows, but now I've put it back on my playlist, so I'm going to be watching that. I've already watched the first 3 episodes, and it is very different. But again, in a good way. You know, it's sort of the evolution of the Star Trek story. And once I've finished that, I'll move on to season 2 of what's that show called? With the old gods in it. American Gods, that's it. I'm gonna watch that. But I'm gonna rewatch the first season because I haven't seen that in a very long time. I think there was quite a big gap between the first and second season, wasn't there? You prefer Discovery out of them all? Oh, there we go. Unpopular opinion. To be honest, I think I'll always enjoy Next Generation because of nostalgia reasons. You know, that was the one I grew up with. I tried watching the original season, and I got a couple of episodes in, and I was just like, oh, you know, I can't do it. Just can't watch it. It's too hammy. You know, it's so bad. It really is. I never watched it before, but yeah, just a couple of episodes in, and I just was like, forget it. And it's not to say I haven't seen the old Star Trek movies, because I did, and they were just never that bad. You know, I hit a bit of wet shade, and it's just blurred a lot of the dry brushing. Whoops. That's alright, I can touch that up another time. No biggie. No biggity. Okay. No! Dry, 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 dry. There we go. Yeah, don't say that out loud, Normski. If you're at any conventions, you'll probably get lynched. It's a very unpopular opinion. I don't know why. Everyone has their likes and dislikes. You know? It's all a matter of opinion. Well, it's dried a weird powdery pink. That's interesting, isn't it? Deep Space Nine was my favourite, then Voyager, then Enterprise, now Discovery, because I think it fits with the new movie. Yeah, well that's the idea, isn't it? Just like Picard fits with the newer movie aesthetics. Something acutely ironic about a nerd calling other nerds nerd. Damn bone necklace is in the way. Yeah, I should have made sure that this shade was a lot drier. There's been some hidden pools of shade that's caught the brush, and as a result it's smudged it slightly. But it's nothing I can't fix. Just reapply the shade accordingly. That was really good. Only one 7 of 9. You perverted boy. That was the only reason why they got her on the show to begin with. Was because the other pretty girl that they had was leaving. But they wanted to up the sex appeal a bit more. And of course, what's her name, who played Janeway, she always said, I'm not doing any sex scenes, I'm not doing any nudity, I'm not doing any of that being soft female stuff. I want to be a strong leader, and I want to make sure that that's the character I portray. So, okay. So they brought on another character that can do all that extra stuff. Um, that's not to discredit 7 of 9 as a character, because he was a good character. Oh, was the best. Yeah, 2 reasons. Kate Mulgrew, that's it. I'm really nervous about dry brushing these wing fingers, as tips are quite delicate. I don't want to snap them. I could go a bit rough on the wing section. I just have to put a finger underneath for support, like that. And this dry brush highlight is very subtle, but it does enough, you know. And once you fill in the other colours, it'll be a lot more noticeable, and it'll carry a lot of the work. That one was Voyager's data. It's true, but with bigger stakes. Though I like the fact that they're revisiting the whole cybernetic life form conundrum in Picard. So I can't wait to see where the story goes with that. The episode I'm on at the moment, he's just looking for a crew to join him. So yeah, haven't seen much, but I'm enjoying it so far. So. Alright, there we go. Job done. Looks a bit better. So he still looks manky, a bit off. It's got those fleshy sort of reddish areas that sort of make it look like it's a bit sore and it's gross and everything. That's most of the work done. Well, the base work anyway. Joe Ryan is insanely hot, though, even in Picard. Hey, underdog. I'll do. Just finished my live video painting up some orcs. Nice. I was having a double-decker milkshake. Lovely. Oh, is that where my viewers were then? They were watching you. Are you stealing my viewership? How rude. Hope you brought them all over. Right. Done. Okay, so the next step on these bad boys will be Mechanicus Standard Grey. Claws, spines. Rocks, if they got any. Okay. Ruby. Can't believe you had a double-decker milkshake. You pig. Oh no. Maybe I stole your viewers then. Sorry, mate. It is on the promotional material that I'm on every Friday at 8 PM. Ish. Okay, right. So, Mechanicus Standard Grey, we're going to be painting in a couple of details, laying in the base work. So, it's claws. Can I paint these little toesy claws? I think I can. There we go. Oh, how pretty. The little goth nails. Oh, what claws you have. Right, anything else new? Okay. Livestream turf war. God, he has long nails, doesn't he? Look how long those claws are. Ridiculous. Need a pedicure, mate. So I'm just trying not to get it on the flesh that I've done. Is this bone that he's holding, or is it stone? I'm going to paint it up as stone. Why the heck not? Wing. Just like that. No war. Hands off, man. I think I have the unfair advantage of all the hype that my mates over at the Tuning War Gamers have given me. So the Tuesday night's a good night. Monday night's free as well. They're both really good nights to stream on. It was just literally just because of my own availability that I chose Friday night. Has the music stopped? I think it stopped. Yeah, it has stopped. Do you use to stream? Do you use? Yeah, I use Streamlab. Just because even though it takes up a bit more of your processing resources, it does a lot more all in one with less faffing around to the old OBS. I did try the old OBS like a long time ago, and it was alright, but yeah, Streamlabs is just a lot more user friendly, I think. Especially because you've got all your resources available as well. Right there, they got all the links to their stores, and so you can jazz up your live stream and all that. Cheeky grin. Right. That's everything on that dude. Oh, I did these toenails. New. There you go. I'm always looking for live streams during the week, so Monday, Tuesday are good for me to join. Sweet. See that you already got a fan chomping at the bit. Yeah, there's so many tutorials on YouTube on how to set it all up as well. And it seems like a big daunting thing. Once you break it down to those different things, you know, like how to set up a scene, how to include sources, how to do the overlays and stuff like that. Break it down bit by bit, just spend an evening on each thing, and you know, you get the hang of it quite quickly. If I could do it, anyone can do it. I'm not the most tech savvy person ever, but I do give things a go, and if I can pick it up quickly, then you know, it's well worth investing the time in. That's it. This dude's got no eyes in his eye sockets. He's blind. He lived round the corner, just popped down. It's not the same though, is it? You can't make money with him that way. Right. So for this big dude, we need to do the old claws. And his toes. Yeah. 8 claws and talons of all models with a coat of mechanical standard grey. But also talons and claws on the wings of the crypt flayers. Yeah. Crypt flayers, that's what they're called. Not horrors. The horrors are the ones without wings. The massive bone clubs. I can't believe I've got 13 viewers still. What's going on? Oh, as I said, it dropped to 12. You are up the old road, dude. Haha. But once this stupid code thing is pissed off, I will pop and have. Sounds cool. I wish I knew someone around the corner to do a hobby night with. Fortunately, the only chap that I had any hobby nights with, he moved up to Scotland just before the COVID outbreak. But by then I hadn't seen it for a little while because he had been busy, and I moved away, moved out of London, and he was only living in London just to work because his whole family moved up to Scotland. So yeah, when this COVID thing happened, he thought, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna move up there now. Let me all on my own. Oh. All by myself. I don't wanna be all by myself anymore. There you go. It's a live stream exclusive just for you lot. For being such awesome fans, you get to listen to my terrible singing. Alright, painting these claws is a bit tricky because he's kind of hidden behind his wing. His wing's in the way. I've got to get to... Oh, there we go. I found my way in. There we go. Got it. Sweet. Alright. That's that little deal done. Yeah, me and my dad running 10 devices at the same time. Cheeky bugger. Well, thank you so much. Your sound just went weird for a second. What happened? Was it because I was singing? Now it's dry bark. Alright, I got dry bark somewhere. Boom. Picked it up straight away. Didn't even see what it was. Right, leather straps and hair. We also got hair to paint. Over in the nether regions. Oh, I love that sound. Okay, put a dollop over there. Come on. I was hoping it was just thin enough to drip out, but it's not because it's a base paint, so it's quite thick still. So I didn't want to drop on its own. What's that? Just a smidge. Not that. Stirring up mac and cheese. Alright. You know what? I've never really been a fan of mac and cheese. It's too bland for me. I like my cheese, but mac and cheese just seems a bit too bland. Say what you will about me. I don't care. Fight me. Right, so because I just added that tiny bit of water to it, the tiniest bit, it's not going on as thick as, you know, straight from the pot, which is good because you don't obscure the detail. But an added bonus is because we basically dry brushed a highlight on the entire model, if it's just watered down just right, you'll still get that nice coverage, but the highlight shows through on those raised areas. I'm not sure if you can see it with that light, but booyah. Insane in the moment. Ah, see, that camera's so poo. Let's change it up. See if you can see better with this camera. No, it's no good. Can you see what I'm talking about? No, you can't. It's poo. It's so hard to get decent lighting that shows up on a camera. You got to fiddle around with the bloody settings so much. It's ridiculous. And by then, it doesn't look natural. Elon Musk said they are aiming for Starship's 15-kilometer hop next week. Okay. More cheesy. As some sriracha. Oh, spicy cheese. I mean, that amount of cheese would give you a funny tummy anyway, but you want to add some spice to it as well. Yeesh. Just don't go to work next day. No one needs that. No one needs that. Painting the horn, painting the hair, la 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 la, and I don't care. Then a bit more cheese. It's all about cheese, isn't it? Add more mac. Maybe that's where I'm going wrong. I'm not putting enough mac on my mac and cheese. If flavorless mac and cheese is an issue, then add more of the flavorless component. I know never to go to you for cooking advice, Bazooka. And end up with the squeeze. Add a little cheese, end up with the squeeze. Alright, that's the first dude down. Right. Got to paint his little hairy tuft in the front there. Have any leather straps? He's got some there. That's the point. Did this one have any straps? I don't think it did it? No, it didn't. Okay. That's an Apple product. You might get a... This is from Apple for mac and cheese. All cheese will accept one type is. Ooh. don't think I dare to say that. Alright. Oh, goodness me. I need a drink in a minute. Try not to get it on the bone that's sticking through the hair, because that'll be painted different colour later, and I don't want a dark brown to be in the way, because it will definitely show through whatever I paint that bone colour. I don't want that. No, no, no. Do not want that. I really can't wait for Christmas to get those new brushes. Be nice to have a nice set that doesn't lose its point real easy. So all my Citadel ones, the points just keep going real quick. I mean, could be the way I treat them, but I don't want to take responsibility for that. Just got a fresh brew and building my smoke break while watching my inks dry. Fair enough. It's always fun watching paint dry, isn't it? Now normally I have like a glass of water nearby, so once I finish my brew, while I'm live streaming, I still got something to wet the whistle. Could be asked for water tonight. It's Friday night. Look, I took the label off, so you can't get me, YouTube. Alright. I mean, not that it matters anyway. I'm not monetized or anything. The problem is, if I do get monetized, I will have to go back and make sure that all the videos I got don't break the T's and C's. There's a lot of videos. I've done a lot of videos in the past 2 years. So might end up having to delete most of them and starting again. Which is the point. I'm really close. Just shy of 150 subscribers left before I hit that 1,000 subscriber benchmark. So yeah, bring out all your fake accounts, your extra accounts. Make some new email addresses as well, and sign up. Get me over. No, I'm joking. But, you know, share it. If you think anyone you know might benefit from these shows or the videos I do on the odd occasion, then share the love, man. We're so close, and I have got a big giveaway planned for when I hit 1,000. I've been planning it for a little while. But I want it to be a case that people have come to me because they like the content that I've done and not because I'm doing the giveaway. That's why. I mean, if I wanted to hit 1,000 subscribers, a big giveaway is a way to do it, you know, to encourage lots of people just to hop on. but that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to make sure that everyone that subscribed to me did so because they get something from the channel. And that way I know that I'll get my view time and I'll get, you know, a steady viewership. Because you know, if it's something worth doing right. Well, that's how you get famous real fast on Instagram, isn't it? You do a quick little giveaway. Make sure it's like a really good one. Because if you invest that initial bit of cash, chances are, if you target the right community, that can launch you real quick. Spam social media for a few weeks. Job done. You're an influencer and you start getting people coming to you to advertise stuff and that. But you gotta really make it a full-time job if you're gonna do that, you know. Just got episode 5 of Mandalorian is out on now. We'll be watching. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be watching it after this actually. I'm gonna call it at 11 tonight. I think my streams are quite long, and I know you'll enjoy watching me in that, but it's the packing time afterwards because I'm on a fold-up table and I have to move the sofa out the way and everything out the way just so I can have a clear background with the table that's at the right height for the chair that I have, which is just one that I found in the attic at the place I rent. And this table's got enough space for me to work on, you know, all my paints over there, some spare models, and that whole setup takes up half the table. So folding it all up, disconnecting it all, putting it all away. By the time I do all that, half hour to an hour's gone already. So yeah, I'll be putting Mandalorian on in the background. I've been liking all the little bits and pieces from like the other movies that they've dropped in here and there. The little teasers and Easter eggs. It's good fun. I like the fact that it doesn't take itself too seriously, but it has such a steady storyline. That's why I'm really enjoying it. Only here for the beer. It's not if, it's when. Me too. It's very nice of you to say that, Mr. West Soldier. I did have a big spell where I think it was like for 3 weeks I didn't gain any subscribers, but it was at the height of the election campaign in America, and that's kind of a normal thing to see. You know, like the subscriber count keeps bouncing around because all the bots that are swamping YouTube for whatever reason, and YouTube's constantly culling them, so you see the numbers bounce up and down. And then, well, that's the theory anyways. It hasn't been like openly confirmed, but it's what a lot of YouTubers speculate because it happens periodically. But yeah, I was stuck around the 815 to 820 for the longest time, and then this month I started growing again after the whole lecture thing finished. And yeah, it's been steady. I think I'm on 846 now, isn't it? Have a look, see. Yeah, 846. 154 left. Not long to go. I did aim to do it by the end of this year. I got close. The beginning of the year I had a big boost, which was great. All thanks to Mortal Realms covering that early before release, and then my subscription got messed up, and I'm now 2 months behind everyone. But I was always going to fall behind anyway. It's just the peril. He's got a belt around there as well. So hidden away. Or is it just skin sagging down? No, it's skin sagging down. Okay. Don't paint that. Just the rope. I think that's that. Groovy. Alright. The Rise of Skywalker. Huh? JJ did his best to save the trilogy after the mess of The Last Jedi. Yeah, the thing is, if you just watch it as just a regular cinema goer, you don't see all the holes. It's only if you're a big fan or if you're looking for the holes in the plot and everything that then, you know, there are problems. But it's just like anything you look too closely, you're going to see the holes in it. I'm stuck at 1300 for months. Hey, you doing alright though? 1300? Nothing to shrug at. I haven't seen The Mandalorian, but yeah, it is good. It is good. It is well worth watching. And wait until season 2 finishes, and then just purchase 1 month Disney Plus, and just binge watch the 2 seasons. It's really good. The seasons are good length. Each episode feels like a mini movie itself. Yeah, I mean it's just cracking from start to finish. No expense spared for the show, and tons of great cameos. So yeah, it is well worth watching, and it's very universe expanding. You know, it really does lay down a lot of what went on between trilogies. I think it is what's gone on between trilogies. I think that's when it's set up. But yeah, no, it's solid, and it's only like $5.99 a month, I think. So yeah, just wait until the season 2's finished. Purchase a season, $5.99, not very much. And I think you could buy it per season. I don't think you're locked into a yearly contract or anything. And that's it. Binge the whole lot. And once you're done, you can just binge some of the other stuff as well. Like all the Toy Story spin-offs as well. They got all of the Toy Story spin-offs on there, and they got this one mini show called Forky Has a Question. Right, so I'm not sure if you've seen Toy Story 4, but you have this one toy that was made by the girl called Forky, and it's a spork with like stick legs and pipe cleaner arms, and like these eyes, which like googly eyes. It's so dead, but the little mini series that they put on for him is actually really good. Wait until it gets to the end, then we'll watch it all at once. It's a good way of doing it. It's going to take you, if you watch episodes back to back, it's going to take you a few days, I think. Should I have put the Mandalorian team on the whole trilogy? Yeah, true. I'll never accept Luke throwing his lightsaber. Why not? Why not? Hello, beautiful people. Have you been watching Antov Petrov by any chance? Is his name Antov? Antov Petrov, I think. He does all the space science stuff. He goes, "Hello, wonderful person." Glad you could join us, Spud. It's not a live stream without ya. I'm on for another half hour before I call it quits. Just painting up some flesh eater core. Swat. Pee 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 pee. I'm just chinwagging about TV shows at the moment. Why would Luke never do that? You don't know him? You don't know his story? You don't know what he's been through? There is a huge gap between the last episode of that trilogy and the beginning of the newer trilogy. A vast gap. You don't know his journey. They only show glimpses of it. I'm sure they'll have graphic novels, to expand upon it. But yeah, I don't think they could do a show though, because R.I.P. Carrie Fisher. She would have been an integral part of that if they were to do it. He teaches Princess Leia how to be a Jedi, doesn't he? And of course, can't do that now. Even if it was a possibility. All that build up for Rey to return its lightsaber, and then he Why not? You can always just make another lightsaber, it's not an issue. Just need a funky crystal. That's it, job done. I think that was the whole point though, was that too much importance was just put on the lightsaber. And there's more to being a Jedi than a lightsaber, you know? Now, I think the biggest biggest thing was, you know, you had uh, Starkiller base, right? So the Death Star XXL, just for a massive armada of ships to have Death Star level cannons on them anyway. It's just like, you can lift the next wing out of the sea. You can fetch the lightsaber back in. That's it. Checkmate. Alright. So he has Fuzz down there, doesn't he? That's it. That's all he's got to do. Doesn't have any hair anywhere else. Yeah. Okay. Cool. I think I could have paid a lot more. Less chit chat, but it's not as fun. Nowhere near as fun. Yeah, that's it. Covering his little muff. Right, lead belcher. Rings, books, and chains. Okay. Lead belcher. Coming for you. Even Mark Hamill said it was out character. Luke would never give up, he said. But Ryan Johnson wanted it. I don't know, I think after the trauma of you know, killing his daddy, Emperor Palpatine and all that. And then that resurfacing when he sees Ben Kenobi possibly turning, then tries to do him in while he's young, which ends up making him turn anyway. That'd be enough to make you give up, you know. Especially when all the Jedi students got massacred. Granddaddy would have been proud of that. There we go. Beautiful, no mess. Love it. Don't perform background tasks, you bastard. Right. The Last Jedi destroyed it beyond repair. Starship Troopers, yes. Starship Troopers, blimey. That is... See, now that is how a franchise can get messed around, right? Luke is very calm. I don't think you watched the original trilogy properly then. You think he's really calm. He's emotional. all the time. I can't do it, it's too hard. Ah. My daddy is the Dark Lord. Ah. I don't know who my mummy and daddy are. Ah. I kiss my sister. Ah. He ain't calm. He's an emotional wreck. Alright, that's that. See you, Bazza. You have a good night, mate. Do you get me? We get you, sir. The new Star Wars movies we'll try. Rico's Roughnecks. Force Awakens had nostalgia and Rise Skywalker tried to save it. Yeah, it's only one Starship Trooper. Would you like to know more? I will never get tired of that gif. You know, the what was it? The urge to know more intensifying. Luke tried to make peace with Jabba the Hutt and handed himself in to Darth Vader and refused to fight. It was all a ploy. It's distraction tactics, you know. But the Jedi way is for diplomacy first. So it's not necessarily Luke's nature, but the nature of the Jedi. You know, I shaded the whole of this dude, but I didn't shade dead dude on top of him. Ayo. Right, I think that was the only metal bit, wasn't it? The only good, yeah, the only good bug is a dead bug. Yeah, Starship Troopers is a good one. Right. Might as well shade up that nasty dude up there. I'm gonna go in heavy with the Euphonian Camo Shade. Because he's gonna be real rotty. Rotty grotty. Half chewed up. I'll finish it off with some blood for the blood god. Dripping down the guts. And yeah, the horn that's sticking through it. go. Cool. Take up a little bit in there, and then that's it. Groovy. No disrespect there, but what's it good learning how to use a knife against a bug? It's like, put your hand on it, ball. Go do it. Ah! Oh. God. Yeah, no, it's just full of nostalgia, that one, isn't it? Right. 8 spines of the crypt flayers, as well as any other exposed bones. We also have bones piercings. Skeletal remains. Strips of cloth and bandages. We find on them. Okay, rack off flesh. Hello, rack off flesh. Right, so this is going to be for all those extra details. Bones, cloth, that sort of bit. You met Michael Ironside, the lieutenant with the bionic arm at Comic Con just over 10 years ago. He was really cool. He even let us take a. That's cool. I haven't seen him in anything in years. Okay, we're going to go for smooth jazz now. Oh, Christmassy jazz. Which death in Starship Troopers saddened you the most? I don't know. Probably the death of whatever pets got caught in the massive blast that got shot at Earth by the bugs. Sod the humans, yes, sod them. All these poor defenseless bugs. Yeah, these poor cockroaches that the kids were stamping on in the advert. They're doing their part. Would you like to know more? Oh, this is proper chill, isn't it? Yeah, see, I don't mind this kind of music, right? If you had this playing in the shops, right, I'd be happy. But when they're blasting up Mariah Carey, oh, fuck life, man. Seriously. Just, it's not even December, you know. As soon as it's a day before Halloween, they start putting out the Christmas stuff, and it's just like, ah, fuck off. Oh, this one feels like it belongs on a charity advert. Christ. Sorry for everyone who's being depressed right now. Maybe it wasn't a good idea. Next. Oh, fuck off, man. This is like the kind of tune that you'd hear for like a Great Ormond Street advert. Wow. Okay, maybe that was a bad idea. I'm just gonna skip. I'm just gonna go to regular jazz. Minutes counts, I don't know. Yeah, Diz was a bit sad, I guess. Always trying to imitate others. Trying to be better than others at the same time, you know, and it's just... Yeah. Right. There we go. That's better. Harley Quinn TV series last time I seen Ironside. Was there a TV series? Crimbo shopping online. Yeah, it's not the same though, is it? Yep, that's done. When was that TV show on then? Where was it? So I know there's an animated series. It's got Harley Quinn, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy doing their thing. You don't go chop a tree or kill a turkey, it's called evolution. I don't go chop a tree because I ain't got the right tree to chop around near me. And I don't have any turkeys. TV is just a source for download. Shh, didn't say it, you didn't say it. They're listening, they're listening. Yeah, before I ended up getting Sky, I didn't even pay TV license because like I had Virgin for a while, and then I had to move, and I was just on Freeview, but I wasn't really watching it. I was just watching Netflix mostly and stuff online, and I was thinking, oh, why the hell do I have to pay this TV license for? Looked it up, and as long as you're watching on-demand services and streaming services, you don't have to. It's, you know, it's basically you only pay TV license if you're watching or recording live TV as it's shown. So if you got Sky and you do like show recordings, then technically you'd have to pay the TV license. But if you're just watching stuff online and that, you don't need to. Save yourself a few quid every month. Put the squeeze on the BBC. Which I think is way too politicized, in my personal opinion. Well, I am a boomer. What would I know about downloading and external drives and things like that? Exactly, what would you know? Heck, how do you even know what an external drive is or what a download is? You know? Are these just words you heard from those pesky kids in the neighborhood who cause all that racket? dude's got so many bones just sticking through his flesh, out his ears and everything. This is proper chill right now. Proper chill. Did I mention I like binge watching? Yes, you did. Once or twice. I'm not sure. I have to rewatch the recording. Strange place to have a bone sticking through your leg. How do you even walk? Absolute nutters, these things. Right. Bones, bones everywhere. A cool kid told me. Cat and Pickle. Doesn't sound like a cool kid name. Shots fired. Right, I think after this chat, I'm gonna have to call it. Didn't realise it's almost 11:05. Time just flies when you're having fun. Right. So I'm going to leave these as they are for next week and we can continue. Actually enjoying painting these, which is a nice change. It's very different to anything I've painted before. Definitely. But yeah, it's nice using different colours and I have to change up the technique slightly. What is that? Yeah. Alright, isn't it? Right, so yeah, I'm gonna call it there. So I still gotta do the Balthasar Gold, some more Corax White, Corn Red, the wings. And then move on to more shading and layering and stuff like that. There's a lot to do, but we're gonna get it done. And I'm still doing some more recording. I've got so much recorded. I've got a product review as well, which I'm looking forward to doing. I just need an evening to record the narration for it, because everything has been edited how I want it to be. Just need to jazz up a bit, maybe cut some bits shorter, speed some bits up, you know, touch up and that. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, I'm pretty happy with that. And then I've got a few more tutorials lined up, so I got no short supply of material to edit. It's just getting around to editing it. But that's it. So keep an eye out. I want to hit December hard with videos. So yeah. Whoa! Look at that. Ah. What's this? I apologize for saying your name wrong. Guillermo Rodriguez. Blah blah blah. My tongue's getting in the way of my mouth. Guillermo Rodriguez. Why can't I say that? I can normally say it. Rodriguez Diaz. There we go. I'll just call you Sir Diaz. I apologize for saying your name wrong. It's very shitty on me. It's my tongue. It's not used to talking. So yeah, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. Bell icon, always hit that, and make sure that you like the video as well, so more people can see it. Our post stream. There are tons of ways of supporting the channel as well. So you got your PayPal. There's the Teespring link down there. Don't forget to use the discount code THC10. You get 10% off any purchase, and you can get yourself like a cool t-shirt like this. So we got other cool merch as well with brand new designs and everything. Also, don't forget, check out the Chilling Wargamers as well. I'm a proud member of the Chilling Network, and every Thursday evening they do a live show as well. Preceding that is Wednesday nights, where Mr. Pickle from the Pickle Jar does his live stream. So you got back-to-back 3 days of solid live streaming content. So can't be bad. Next week I won't be live on Friday. I'm having a break. We managed to get a little night away at Chedington, and with the new tier system, it means that we can actually go there, and we're doing like a Winter Wonderland style thing. So it's been quite a shitty year, and we had a few quid spare, so we thought we'd treat ourselves and the kids. And so yeah, we're gonna have a night stay at Chesington, which is gonna be fun. We're gonna wake up to animals out our window, and we're gonna have like their little Christmas tour and everything, so that's gonna be cool. So yeah, won't be live next Friday, so I'm very, very sorry. Might sort something out. I might stream another night. I'll let you all know. But yeah, it's been wonderful. Also, don't forget to check out my social media stuff. So the links will be in the description. I need to actually add the description because I was in a rush today. But you got my Facebook, you got Instagram, Twitter. Keep an eye out because I do post stuff sporadically. I do a lot of work in progress on Instagram as well. And if you want me to show off your works of art as well, then you can always hit me up on Instagram as well. Just send me a message, or on Facebook, and I'll pop it in my story. And yeah, I think that's it. Another live stream. Karate corner chopped just for you. That's it, I'm calling it. Right, so all of you have a bloody good night. And if I don't see you next week, then have a good week, and I'll see you in 2 weeks' time. So bye for now. Peace.